Good afternoon to Ms. Aviles and my colleagues at English 113. My name is Ingrid Fonseca, and I'm here to talk about the mood corrections that we have seen in our English class. I would like to talk about the last scene in which the main character, Paul Mitchell, stands in front of the community and explains them about the commitment that he has taken with his family. He explains everybody there that he and his friends had signed a resolution where they take the responsibility, full responsibility for their families. He starts saying that usually mothers take that responsibility in their families, and that is not correct. That is there is a responsibility that also belongs to the fathers in the family, and they are responsible for teach their kids with the values that are important to have a good life, a good behavior in society. He also stands there to tell about his commitment with God and the love that he feels for God, and how that love um, is the one that guides his actions in order to take the good, the good way, the good path in his life, and he is committed to pass all that love, all those values to his family, to his kids, because he will be responsible for everything that happens with his family. I believe that the best part of that scene was actually with every man in the community start to standing in front of everybody to to prove that they understood what Michelle was saying and to approve it and to commit themselves with their own families to take the same responsibility in the raising of their kids. I think that this is a point that is really important in our life. I believe that in our society, we are having a lot of problems with the young people because most of the time they don't have the right direction. Sometimes mothers and fathers leave that responsibility for someone else. Like they believe that there is the school responsibility to teach their kids, and that is not correct. Parents should be the first responsible for raising their kids. They should be the first responsible for teach them the good values, to teach them to behave in life and in society. We have seen some issues like kids going to school with guns and shooting other kids and teachers, and probably it's because they didn't have at their homes the the right um, direction to to learn the good behaviors. The parents weren't enough involved in their life, and they failed um, catching those problems that their kids were obviously having at their schools. So I believe that this is something that should be taken in consideration for everybody in the society. In my case, I have to say that I'm a reflex of what my parents teach me. I believe that every step in my way, even though I made those decisions according to the values that they teach me. So I really believe that the family is the main responsible in the raising of their kids. I um, there was another scene in the movie that was really touching for me. In particular, it was when Javier had to stand in front of his boss and tell him that even when he understood that he will lose his job, he couldn't do what he thought it was wrong, because he believed that he had to be straight with himself. He has to follow his values. He has to follow what he believes is good in front of his family and God, instead of taking the easy path and just do what his boss was asking him for. He proved that he was actually committed with this line. He proved that he was responsible for his actions, and he wouldn't do anything that would be against God's wishes. So I really, in conclusion, I have to say that I really like this movie. I believe it has a lot of good things, a lot of good. It shares a lot of values that we should have in our families, in our daily life. And I really think that I'm gonna share that movie with the rest of my family, because I believe it's really important to take responsibility with our actions. And this movie is a very good way to understand it. Thank you so much to everybody for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.